I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, orders you to subscribe and follow Geekdom 101 on these social media platforms.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great day today. With the hype train for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie in full effect now, I have some interesting information coming out of Japan and some interesting reveals about the movie that may be giving us a look at something that I'm interested in, and I'm sure most of you guys will be interested in as far as the backstory of the Saiyans. So I want to real quick show you what's been going around in Japan right now. The hype train has begun all over the world, especially in Japan. Different conventions, they call it the Dragon Ball Super Movie Roadshow, are putting out these pamphlets right here. Now I apologize right now for the lack of clarity on these. Like it's kind of blurry. It's not the best quality, okay? But this has been scanned by somebody on the internet from Japan, and if you go to a convention, you're going to get something like this. And basically what it is you have the front page, which is essentially just like a kind of coloring book thing, but not like a whole book. You know, you take this Goku, Vegeta, Broly picture, and you color it and whatnot. But on the back end, we have a very interesting look at what appears to be a planet, like a landscape or something like that. And then we have, of course, scenes of the film down here. Well, what this is, based on all the evidence that I have on the back page of this pamphlet, this is Planet Vegeta. And we know for a fact that we are going to see Planet Vegeta in this film because the film is going to delve into the backstory of Broly, Goku, and Vegeta and sort of how their destinies intertwined and interlocked, leading them to eventually having a battle, presumably on Earth, but it could be multiple planets in this movie. We don't know yet. But that right there appears to be Planet Vegeta. Now, I want to kind of compare and contrast this version of Planet Vegeta with other versions we've seen because it's remarkably similar to what we've already seen. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. You see sort of, it looks very beautiful. I mean, you see like the nice, like, you know, the lakes here, the architecture, the tower and whatnot, this mountain. It just looks really, really nice. Like, this looks like a painting that, it's not, I don't know about Bob Ross, but I don't know about y'all, but I would love to have this painting because it looks great. I mean, this is, you know, you could even show it to somebody and they wouldn't even know anything about Dragon Ball and like it. So let's look at some, you know, here's a better look at it actually, much better look at some of the architecture. Let's look at sort of the referencing of this art. So if you look here at Dragon Ball Super manga chapter, I think 32, take a real good look at what Toyotaro drew. As you can see right here, you have that kind of moon, and you have the architecture there with like kind of the spiky sort of like, it looks like a bottle, like you're drinking out of a bottle, you know, with sort of the rounded windows and whatnot. This is what Toyotaro drew for the Dragon Ball Super manga, and this is of course Planet Sadala. Now coming over here, we see similar architecture, the bottle with the rounded windows, again very similar, but that also makes me think that, hey, maybe this isn't Planet Vegeta, maybe it's Planet Sadala, maybe the storyline of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie is going to be even further back, which is what we all thought anyways. I mean, let's be real. Most of us here thought Yamoshi and Sadala and all that stuff, that may be referenced and talked about in the film. Difficult to say right now, but it could be either or. And either way, whether it be Planet Vegeta or Planet Sadala, it's still definitely Saiyan architecture, you know, which is different than Frieza architecture. Frieza architecture actually looks more like the armor they wear. So moving forward here, we have now a look at Dragon Ball GT. Now, before people start saying, you know, it's GT, why are we talking about it? This is Planet Plant, which is Planet Vegeta. Remember, Planet Vegeta was originally called Planet Plant when the Saurians were there, and when King Vegeta and the Saiyans took over, that's when it changed to being called Planet Vegeta. He named it after himself because he has a really big ego, I suppose. That being said, we have, again, that moon or whatever it is, which actually I think in GT was the Earth, if I remember correctly. And then we have, again, that sort of bottle kind of thing. That's from GT. Now, this is directly from the pen of Akira Toriyama. This is a bit different though, because in this version it's more like a hybrid, because if you notice, here's more of like the Frieza kind of tech, you know, presumably speaking, but nonetheless, you know, this is from the pen of Toriyama, and we have these kind of smaller houses which still have the circular windows. So Toriyama either has a thing for circular windows. I mean, if you've ever seen his actual house, he does have them, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Maybe it's just his thing, but it still matches up somewhat to the photograph that we see of the new movie. And then here, this is the most interesting one. This is from the first Broly movie, Dragon Ball Z Movie 8, Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, otherwise known in Japan as Burn Up, Close Fight, what was it, Close Fight, Bloody Fight, Super Violent Fight, or something like that. It's got a cool, long name. Anyways, again, you're seeing the architecture, you're seeing the circular windows, and to me, it just all matches up with this. I do think, look at how awesome that is. I do think that this picture is a glimpse, is an early look at how Planet Vegeta will look, probably during its heyday. This is probably Planet Vegeta before the battle, before, maybe even like after the battle with the Saurians, but before the Frieza, Frieza destroying it, obviously. Even though I think in the trailer there is that one shot of like the red background, the explosion, that could be Frieza's doing right there. But this look of Planet Vegeta just looks so peaceful, maybe because of the way it's drawn, and it really does kind of, even though the Saiyans were obviously ruthless people, and in many ways they kind of deserved to be taken out because they were very dangerous to the sanctity of the universe, it's also something where it just looks like a place you want to live. You know what I mean? Because it looks great. And I think we're going to see it in the movie. I think we are going to see a lot of flashbacks. I think there's going to be 2 storylines interwoven in the film with 3 characters. We're going to find out more about Broly, more about Goku, and more about Vegeta. Maybe not so much about Vegeta, as we kind of know everything about him, but you never know what might be revealed. Maybe we'll see Vegeta's mom. I still think we're going to see Gine in this film, and Bardock. I have evidence, did a video on it yesterday, and I'll link that here in a minute if you haven't seen it yet, but this to me is an interesting first look at what Planet Vegeta may look like in the film, and with the great art that the film's going to already have, I think it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to kind of go back and forth between the past and the present, combining it together into one big story. Hopefully Toriyama delivers this time and gives us a good story. If not, maybe at best we can hope it's as good as Resurrection F with at least some cool fights, but I'm hoping the story holds up. Don't know. We'll find out in a few months. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you have a great day, and more Broly videos coming because I have a lot to talk about, and I hope you enjoy that, and love you guys. See you soon.